The Indian Institutes of Technology are the realization of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's vision of providing scientists and technologists of the highest caliber to build a self-reliant nation. One of the 8 new IITs, IIT Gandhinagar, was inaugurated on the 2nd of August 2008 in Gujarat. Gujarat has culturally a very rich heritage. It is known for its architecture, textiles, embroidery, festivals, and block printing. In 1960, when the Indian state of Bombay was split into 2 states, Maharashtra and Gujarat, it was proposed that a new capital city be constructed. The new city was named Gandhinagar, after the father of the nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, a Mahatma himself. Gandhinagar is spread on the banks of the Sabarmati river. This city is the greenest capital in the whole of Asia.
My first passion, of course, IIT Kanpur being the alma mater, I care about it. But I care much more about the larger India and also the larger the IIT, the technical education. That's why I became like president of Pan IIT when from its inception, just to see if together we can make a bigger difference.
I'm at the phase in my career where having what we do for others probably matters more.
No, the first time I went to IIT Gandhinagar just about a week ago, and I expected it to be sort of a little shack and a few people running around and probably a few cows here or there. Instead, the building was actually really nice. Given it's been only about a year, they managed to do a very good job of getting a really auditorium, the labs. Actually, hostels are really nice. I was really jealous. I was jealous because not only my days they were very different, but even compared to what exists in other places, so I can compare it to some of the new hostels in IIT Bombay.
And I think the leadership, what I have seen that has been done before Sudhir Jain came, and now that he's there full time, that he has made sure that all aspects of a student's life, the faculty needs from an education and curriculum standpoint, the emotional needs, the physical facilities, furniture in the dorm.
Dr. Sudhir Jain is a very dynamic person. I got to see him in action. When he took over as Dean of Resource Planning for Alumni Affairs, he first went to Caltech and just saw how did they manage the resource planning and alumni affairs. He learned from them. He took actually elaborate notes. He shared them with me, how to get students to do the calling, what kind of setup to use, what areas to focus on. He implemented at IIT Kanpur. Our donation base went up from 100 donors a year to over 1,000 donors a year. An amount of donations, small, big, they all went up. He was able to establish 30 chairs, unheard of, over $100,000 donation from the alumni. He met them one-on-one. We had large meetings. For the first time, we were doing things as they should be done, as the best are doing.
The first time when I met Sudhir, and Sudhir actually flew down from Kanpur to IIT Bombay to meet with me. He had an enormous passion. And what we shared was exactly this vision, the vision of building next generation of IITs, next generations of world-class institutes for India.
IIT Gandhinagar is trying to be different from other IITs in the sense that we would like to learn from the experiences of the original IITs. Original IITs were set up at a time when India's confidence in science and technology, India's confidence in economy, India's confidence in its place in the world was much lower than what it is today. The communications were much poorer, the aspirations were much lower. We also did not have the kind of experience at the time in terms of higher education that we have today. So I see IIT Gandhinagar as providing a tremendous opportunity to build up this experience of 50 years of the existing old IIT system.
What I am trying to envision is an IIT which eventually brings big smiles to the face faces of the common Indians. So I think somehow the connectivity of the older IITs with the average Indian hasn't been too great.
To me, as well as to some of my colleagues, it represents the grit of the nation, the resolve of the nation for technical excellence and for excellence in the pursuit of science and technology.
So our teaching program started from the two opposite ends, the 12th class pass undergraduate teaching and the PhD program. And we have been able to recruit several PhD students, very interested people.
We are now in the process of organizing a workshop on research, which is slated to take place here on 29th of the month. And we are inviting top ranking people from across the country to come here and to guide us in whatever we want to do in the direction of strengthening research and creating an institution which is strong in research as well.
One of my students is working on wind energy, so then other student on power system protection, the third candidate is working on transformer diagnostics.
Working on power transformer, I am trying to identify incipient faults occurring in the power transformer.
I have joined here IIT Gandhinagar for my PhD program, and I'm doing research on wind power, and it's like I need to fine tune and converge to my topic where I need to work on the problem. It's again on the wind power.
I thought doing PhD was always a dream, and what better place could I get apart from IIT. I'm sure this is going to be a good beginning for me, and along with the organization, because this is an upcoming organization, an upcoming institute, you have more scope, more liberty, the bureaucratic procedures are comparatively lesser, and there's a warmth.
IIT Bombay has been extremely supportive of us. In fact, they have done a great job in putting very good people to help start IIT Gandhinagar.
The team from IIT Bombay has visited the different districts of Gujarat, and finally they have considered Vishwakarma Government University as a center for the Indian Institute of Gandhinagar, and within 2 months they would like to start the first batch of 2008-9 in this Gandhinagar.
We also had a lot of brainstorming at IIT Bombay and the mentoring institution within the first few months of its starting. And we produced a concept report, a vision report for how the institution should be set up.
Wherever we don't have our local faculty expertise, we request IIT Bombay, and they are able to depute 2 or 3 faculty. Like this semester, there are 3 faculty members from IIT Bombay in addition to Udit.
It will be a great role model. It will be a great role model for other institutions to follow.
Ahmedabad has been very good for the IIT in the sense that we have been receiving tremendous support from the local government, from the state government. The building that you see here, we are getting this on loan from local engineering college.
Our CM has also helped to provide the hostel, which is only a token 1 rupee per year as a rent. Adani Group has provided this infrastructure so that IIT Gandhinagar student can accommodate it very near to this college. And also the Gujarat Sarkar has immediately sanctioned 21 crore rupees to develop 2 boys hostels of 560 students and 120 girl students from 2009-10.
We have provided excellent amenities and facilities to them in the way of Godrej furniture, certain few activities like Wi-Fi, certain amenities like televisions, washing machines and so on.
On students, we have a little clarity on how our students would be different. First is that engineering students typically are not very good in teamwork and communication. And at IIT Gandhinagar, we are putting tremendous emphasis on that. We are focusing on life skills of our students.
If we say any job today is only half about knowing the skills, then we are only half right. And if we say any job is about communicating, then it's only half wrong, because you need to have a perfect amalgamation of both communication and also your knowledge skills.
You can introduce some sort of at least some minor courses in bachelor degree level, say in finance or say in organizational behavior, which prepares them for their future goal in life.
The students are very proud and happy about their institute. They don't care whether they didn't get an admission in established IITs. They are working hard to make this institute one of the best institutes in India.
IIT Gandhinagar, it's really hectic. That's what I feel. We wake up in the morning, and if we're on time, we get to eat some breakfast. We have classes till 12:30, then a set of labs till 5.
I think the development level of IIT Gandhinagar is much faster than the development level of all the other new IITs which have been started.
Any day academics are more important than cultural activities because we came here to study.
So there are a number of things that we did in the orientation and which is seen in first year students. If you meet IIT Gandhinagar's first year students, you don't see those timid, worried, concerned first year students that you would typically see in an IIT system. You would see much more confident young men and women.
First day, I came in the afternoon, so even that night it was so good, and even the mess food is very good. I'm telling you, I was South Indian, I never thought that the food will be that good or something, but I really like it. I don't know why those guys said that this is not related to South Indian. I feel it's good or something. It is way better than what we could imagine for a hostel and IIT. The teachers are also very nice, but I really miss my parents and my friends.
Let me say first and welcome to you. Why do you think it? We are going directly on the subject. Yes. As a difference, the value cannot be supervenient. Two objects with the same physical properties will necessarily have the same.
The best part in the faculty and administration and director, they're so friendly. I find everything is fine.
IIT Gandhinagar is very, in terms of working over here, is a very enthusiastic atmosphere and very flexible. You can feel free over here. It's a whole teamwork actually, everybody participating very enthusiastic manner.
It is a very good place. Earlier I thought that Gandhinagar would be a very cool, very disturbing place, but it's very calm and cool place. We like this place and we have enjoyed everything in this new college which we have got as a gift from this IIT system.
We had a 1 week orientation program. To begin with, we started out with giving every student a very thorough medical checkup in a very prestigious hospital of Ahmedabad, the Apollo Hospital. We are creating a counseling service where students and faculty under the trained counselors' guidance would provide the first level of support to the students.
I am coming here in regular base, 2 hours in morning, 2 hours in night. I have my clinic very nearby. I am particularly not for 2 hours, but I am serving them for 24 hours.
My role here in IIT is to guide the mess staff, the guidance with the respect of hygiene, preparation method and the healthy diet preparation.
मेरा नाम किम थापा, मैं नेपाल से आया है। मैं बच्चों की सेवा की थी। मेरे को हर स्टाइल का खाना बनाना आता है। मैं पहले होटल में था, Chinese, continental, Mexican, Italian.
Basically, the concept of curriculum is to provide knowledge about the physical education and including the subject like physiological basis of exercise, health and fitness, wellness, occupational health, and psychological basis of physical education and sports, sociological basis of sports. So these are all concepts we have included into our syllabus.
There are a lot of gym enthusiasts, as you might have seen. There's Nitish Chaudhary and there's Rohit Bhausar and all. These people are really dedicated towards gymming. And we are planning to have participation even in weightlifting this time.
Recently we had sent a representation from outside to IIT Kanpur where the inter-IIT is happening this year. So the board has agreed IIT Gandhinagar will be allowed to participate at par with other IITs, and this time our contingent strength would be 50.
One of the strongest point at IIT Gandhinagar today is the really very vibrant student group. when you go and meet the students, we have a small group of students, but they're so vibrant, they're so active. If you see in the evening how many of the students are playing volleyball or basketball or football, if you see the students who will come to attend a lecture by visiting individual, that vibrancy is something which is very exciting.
Every day we have sports, which is now a credit course, so it's like a proper course. We have to go for it.
I want to introduce me and myself as a team in our Inter-IT Sports Meet.
I'm also part of the committee which is organizing Blitzcron, so that's also a lot of work. Blitzcron is our cultural festival.
Whatever we are doing here is, our focus is mainly our student. So I can assure any students who are opting for IIT Gandhinagar, they will get the best facilities in India.
To all those who choose IIT Gandhinagar, to anyone I would like to say that all the students of IIT Gandhinagar are united under a single purpose, to reach the top.
I see this as an opportunity for IIT Gandhinagar to leverage not only the senior IITs in terms of learning experiences, etc., but leverage what 150,000 IIT alumni all over the world will have to offer to us. That's a huge talent pool waiting there.
The key to any great institution is what I call a public-private partnership. There's a saying that for any public institution such as IIT Gandhinagar, the infrastructure will come from public money, the basic growth will come from public money, but the excellence comes from private donors, from private partnership with industries, with other academic institutions. And so the fundamental goal of the foundation, IIT Gandhinagar Foundation, is to really facilitate this public-private partnership.
Well, it's just been set up, and with some goal to make excellence at IIT Gandhinagar. I mean, that's the basic goal of the foundation. What it takes is, of course, financial contribution, only one aspect of it. The other aspect is how do we get broad partnerships?
Number one role is to first raise money. Okay? There's no doubt about it. So without money, all these things I just mentioned cannot happen.
Once in a lifetime, sometimes once in 100 years, you get an opportunity to leave a legacy. And anybody who's going to be associated with IIT Gandhinagar, that's the opportunity. The opportunity is to leave a legacy which for next 100 years people would sort of remember and say, these were the guys who set up an institution that we can still remember.
One thing that people at my age level have learned is that nothing comes easy in life, right? So just because you will have an IIT brand doesn't mean things will happen for you. You'll have to work for it.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And a big building starts with a mound of dirt. So I think we have taken that first step, and there's a long way to go, but the road is going to be challenging, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, in 5 years' time, my hope is that people will talk about IIT Gandhinagar in terms of doing new experiments, trying new things. People would wonder, how did they do it? Why is it that IIT Gandhinagar's graduates or IIT Gandhinagar students are different from other students and graduates with similar qualifications? That is what my goal is in 5 years' time. That our faculty, our students, they should stand apart, and people should wonder, what is it that we are doing right?
We were the first pioneer batch of IIT Gandhinagar. So as a pioneer, we enjoyed a lot and we have built up a lot for this IIT. We are going to do what we can do best for our IIT.
The mechanical branch in the second year, and it's been fantastic being here. We have spent 2 years almost, and whatever we have got I think 1,000 times more than what people get in other IITs.
We surely have created a place for ourselves among the new IITs. So today everyone knows that IIT Gandhinagar Like we had all the things like our own cultural fest, and they know that here the students are very like enthusiastic.
So for us it was like going to an established institute is like you play the game there. For us the game's rules are not set. We are the ones who set our rules and we'll have our own game.
IIT Gandhinagar for me is a brilliant opportunity.
I'd say everything about IIT Gandhinagar is special.
IIT Gandhinagar!
हम चलेंगे साथ साथ एक दिन